From Vermont Public, this is The Frequency. I'm Mitch Wertlieb. It's Wednesday, October 15th, and here are today's headlines. Many East Coast communities are recovering after a nor'easter caused flooding, downed trees, and power outages over the holiday weekend. But Vermont did not get as much rain as anticipated. Most areas got less than a tenth of an inch, according to Mark Breen. He's a meteorologist at the Fairbanks Museum. The entire state is still very dry, and the latest federal data shows 65% of Vermont is in extreme drought. Breen says that could pose challenges later this week.
We've got a weather system that will be coming in, producing some fairly gusty winds Wednesday and Thursday, and along with these very dry conditions, fire danger will actually be elevated as well. Just another concern we'll have to deal with.
The fire danger risk remains moderate statewide. The number of book challenges and bans in public schools nationwide has grown exponentially over the last 2 years. That's according to the organization Pan America. But in Vermont, book bans are rare. Daisy Benson is president of the Vermont Library Association. She says she's not aware of any comprehensive book bans in the state. She joined Vermont Edition on Tuesday to reflect on Banned Book Week. It's an annual nationwide event that occurred last week.
So they provide lots of useful data, but they also highlight stories about the particular books and remind us of trends that we might see in the kinds of books that are being challenged in public and school libraries.
A number of local libraries marked Banned Books Week, including the Springfield Town Library. They shared a list of recommended books that are often censored, including To Kill a Mockingbird and The Catcher in the Rye. Officials in Quebec continue to crack down on businesses that fail to comply with its French language laws. The CBC reports the province's Office for the Protection of the French Language carried out nearly 10,000 inspections last year. Complaints have spiked in recent years. The most common come in response to not being served in French in stores or elsewhere, and a lack of French on commercial websites and signage, according to the CBC. Quebec updated its language laws earlier this year, requiring storefront signs and advertising to be written primarily in French. Lawmakers also required businesses with at least 25 employees to use French as the predominant workplace language. And Vermont author and professor David Huddle has died, according to his children. Huddle served as a University of Vermont professor for several decades. He was also a faculty member at the Breadloaf School of English in Middlebury. Huddle's poems, essays, and short stories have appeared in The New Yorker, Esquire, and the New York Times Magazine. He also published works of fiction. Huddle discussed his book, The Fox Chronicle, in a 2014 episode of Vermont Edition. He spoke about how his own family experiences informed his book characters' close familial ties.
Well, they talk a lot, and that has been something that has been my experience. In my current family with my daughters and my wife, we have these conversations that sometimes come close to foreign language because we have so much background that informs every simple sentence.
Former students shared their memories of Huddle and condolences for his family on social media. Huddle was 83. Coming up, for 6 decades, the gift shop at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center has provided more than just items to purchase. It's also served as a connection point for friends and family with loved ones in the hospital. That's after this. The gift shop at the Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire, just marked its 60th anniversary. NHPR's Olivia Richardson paid a visit to learn what makes the shop so special to the community.
Karen Terry has been volunteering with the Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center for more than 40 years, working as a patient advocate and at the information desk. But she says her work as a jewelry purchaser at the gift shop has been her favorite for moments like this one that she had with a customer.
She had a pair of earrings that her husband had given her. He had come in here as a patient in his wheelchair and picked out this pair of earrings for her, and she lost one of them, and he passed away, and she felt so horrible that she wasn't able to wear them anymore.
Terry was able to reach out to the original vendor and ask them for a replacement. They sent her another pair free of charge.
She wrote me the letter to thank me and the company because of the fact that her husband had passed away, and it meant an awful lot to her to have them.
The gift shop has been in business for 60 years. It's been run with 3 paid staff positions, and the rest of the staff are volunteers like Terry, who make purchases, ring up customers, and offer their support to strangers. The gift shop is nestled in a food court in the middle of a busy hub for doctors and patients. When you walk in, you're greeted with a stand of local New Hampshire chocolates. Joanne Linke is a volunteer who purchases toys. She says the gift shop can be a lifeline for patients that are sick, and also for medical staff who need to buy a quick present for the holidays.
A lot of staff are working 12-hour shifts. They don't have an opportunity to go shopping. So I think the gift shop is really like the gem in the tiara of DH.
Since 2000, the gift shop has donated over $5 million back to the medical center. Funds that have helped nurses go to school with scholarships, have bought equipment, and offered support services for patients. It's one of the parts Linke says she finds satisfying about her job. She was a nurse and spent the past 8 years of her retirement volunteering for the gift shop.
There was a man in here one day, and his young adult daughter was dying. I didn't know that because we can't ask, why are you here? Why, how'd you break your arm?
Volunteers have to be careful not to violate a patient or a loved one's privacy.
I just said to him, I said, you look so sad. And then he told me his daughter. And I said, can I give you a hug? And this man literally collapsed onto me. And I felt good that if hopefully he took comfort from that.
Cresta King comes into the medical center all the time. She has stage 4 cancer. She also lost part of her sight and hearing. Plus, she's suffered a heart attack recently. But today, she is making her first visit to the gift shop. She is buying earrings for her 3 daughters.
I have this weird thing where I have a color vision deficiency and I can only comfortably see the color blue. So actually 2 of the gifts I got were blue. And then my daughter Alyssa likes spiders and snakes. So we got her one that's the spider on a web. It was on the Halloween rack.
Visitors also include members of the community like Brenda Walker, who lives in the area.
I just love this store. I purposely go out of my way.
Walker is grabbing a pair of socks for someone who visited national parks just this past summer. So she wanted a pair where the proceeds of the sale would go back to the parks.
Yeah, it's just, they always have something new. It's not too far out of one's price range. And, it's your own fault if you leave dissatisfied.
For the New England News Collaborative, I'm Olivia Richardson.
Thanks for listening to The Frequency today. We had additional reporting from Jen Jarecki, Michaela Lafrac, Mark Davis, and Mary Engish. Today's episode was edited by Stephanie Colombini, and our music is by Blue Dot Sessions. I'm Mitch Wortley. Talk to you tomorrow.